Hi everybody, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel for learning and fun, the one and only Nature Kids. In my last video there were some technical issues, but they're all fixed up now, so hallelujah for that. Anyways, today we have the other two topics we have to discuss from our previous video. So now let's get started with today's lesson. Who here likes mud? I sure don't. But for some strange reason, our old Grams and Grams decided to put seeds in it and try to be the Einstein of the century and experiment. Well, it actually did create something. Wetland cultivation. Now let us read the blueprints of the ancient discovery. Apart from chain cultivation, the most widespread method of cultivation that existed in the past was wetland cultivation. Wetland cultivation was also called paddy field cultivation or irrigation cultivation. Wetland cultivation was mostly done using irrigation water. Tanks and anicuts were constructed and water was supplied to paddy fields through canals. Cultivating paddy fields with rainwater too was done in small scale. Sources reveal that the tank was built in each village during the era of Anuradhapur king. Those tanks were called village tanks. Ancient kings built large tanks and dams. Example, the Minneria tank built by King Masin. He began to be called as the Minneria god. I don't know about you guys, but if they say he's this almighty god, then why don't we have our version of Almighty Zeus, god of thunder? I'm quite sure it would actually sound like Oh Minneria god, god of tap water and water bills. Just saying he might be in your tap line. Anywho, next we have paddy fields. Yeah, let's talk about some paddy. Okay. Did you guys know that paddy fields are usually cultivated twice a year, in the Maha season and in the Yala season? Paddy was sometimes cultivated in an intermediate season in addition to the two main seasons. Preparing the paddy fields involved carrying out a number of activities. Tilling the land was done using a plow that was pulled by buffaloes. It was called plowing. Then the farmer divided the land into smaller fields with wire-like bunds to manage and retain the water required for cultivation and to drain off the unwatered water. After the fields have been prepared in this manner, it is sown with paddy. Now let's talk about some ancient warriors who fought off their enemies with ancient fire wands. Okay, those warriors actually are grandpas. And those fire wands are actually just fire torches. And those enemies were actually just some bugs and boars. But the elephants are actually real and really scary, so respect to try and chase those guys off. Anyways, we got some points here on the screen about this World War. Farmers adopted various traditional methods to protect their cultivations. Some of these methods include placing the head part of the coconut fronds along the bunds and at different places in the paddy field, lighting wicks that had been soaked in oil to create light and smoke. So now we planted our paddies. So now we gotta harvest them. So here's a step-by-step note on paddy harvesting. And you better study this if you want to survive your term test. With your hair on. So now let's read the points for paddy harvesting. Harvesting of the paddy is commenced when the crop is ripe. It was called paddy cutting, obviously. In the past, it was done completely with human labor. The paddy thus cut was threshed using buffaloes. After the threshing, the paddy it was safely stored until it was taken for consumption. The farmers built a storage bin called vibissa for storing paddy. It was the woman who grinded the paddy and made the two varieties of rice called raw rice and boiled rice, which are cooked for consumption. Raw rice is made by grinding paddy in its raw form, while boiled rice is made by grinding paddy which has been boiled and then dried. In the ancient times, the villagers had established the good habit of consuming food thriftily, avoiding a waste until the harvest of the next season was gathered. Now we have some more gibberish created by our grannies and grandpas. How do they make up these words? I am honestly amazed. Anyways, let's return to reality and let's read what's on the screen. Some of the terms that were typically used in wetland cultivation were Goyam Madidawa, threshing the paddy. Goyam Kolea, a pile of cut paddy. Kamatha, the threshing floor. Now let me ask you guys a question. What is animal husbandry? Honestly, I don't know, so I'm just going to read the screen. Animal husbandry is the breeding and raising of animals for food, milk, eggs, and other products. Now, let us find out how our good old bacon, beef, and KFC chicken buckets were created. And in the memory of these beloved yet delicious animals, let us have a moment of silence. Okay, moment of silence over. Now let's see how these delicious morsels were created. Main types of products: dairy farming, cattle for milk, poultry farming, chicken for eggs and meat, goat farming, obviously for goat meat and stuff like that, I guess, pig farming, bacon farming. Technically, that's actually what it's called. Now, let us learn about a cow version of a Dalmatian. Another cow. Ha. Okay, that was just a corny joke. Anyway, now let us see why these moo-moos are so important to us. Cattle are animals that are very important to man as they can be used to obtain milk as well as for agriculture activities and transportation purposes. Because of this reasons, rearing cattle was very popular in the ancient society. Cows that were used to obtain milk were called kirigari, which means milk cow. In the past, 5 nutritious things such as milk curd, buttermilk, ghee, and butter were obtained from cows. They are known as pasgorasa, 5 tasty foods obtained from the cow. In the past, cattle were not reared for the purpose of obtaining milk, and eating beef was not popular then. King Pandukave had spent his childhood in a village of cowherds called Doromadalava. These words might come for your test, so study them well. Galmevan or Galgon. Definition: the cattle used for transportation. Kavalama. Definition: pack bull. So that's all for today, guys. Make sure to put a like and a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, because subscribing makes me really, really happy. Anyways, since we're almost done with the lesson, stay tuned for that special quiz I'll be posting very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed your brain cells dying, because it's your favorite learning channel, Nature Kids, signing out. See ya!